want a cigarette, or in touch with a hookah pipe saying, walk like an Egyptian.
Hatshepsut was a very peaceful woman, and we had no wars with Nabiric countries. We had even trade expeditions. What you see here are mummified trunks of trees of al-henna, which is used for dyeing hair and skin. And there was a beautiful garden in this area, the water raised by, but here you see a head of a lion, a body of a lion, and a tail of a lion. So it is definitely a lion, except he is not as relaxed as the sphinxes.
Do that again.
Relaxed as the sphinxes. He's actually stretching the paws. So look at the alert, look at the exquisite details on the whiskers, the mane. That little rosette is actually the seal of Hatshepsut.
So the 38 mummies were hoisted down from Valley of the Kings on the other side, just to that area over there. There's some cave. Yeah, it's only 1,500 years before Christ. Salam alaikum.
We have a lot of mussels here.
We do.
Oh, yeah. Mussels,
We need it.
You showed his arm.
Assalamu alaikum.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Is the inspiration to the Acropolis in Athens, as I will show you. Big meal they
We're at Hatshepsut's mortuary temple, which is really about preserving her from a demigod to a god upon her death. But she locked away her stepson for 23 to 30 years, and when she passed away and he became pharaoh, he was pretty pissed. And so he defaced all the pictures of her, which is why you don't see many pictures of her at her own temple. This is awesome.
So the conceiving took place, and she's pregnant, bearing Hatshepsut, and she's being held hands with the god Jehuti of wisdom and writing, and the ram-headed god, the sheep of the god Amun, the supreme god. Then allegedly Hatshepsut should be carried in the hands of her mother as a newborn baby. But Thutmose III was infuriated at what she did to him, locking him up in priesthood in Memphis for 23 years, from his age of 11 till his age
He destroyed it then.
He defaced all her images, all this chiseling off. All right. Okay, here we go. Why not?
So he chiseled off all the pictures of her.
He is actually ordered his workers to do the job. But his workers were working under the supervision of her ruling the country, and she was addressed as Sweet Queen. Look at all the colors. And you said, don't talk about the Valley of the Kings till we're there. We give the credit to the tombs in the Valley of the Kings being totally buried and not exposed to the elements for thousands of years. Except the sun shines from the east bank on this wall every day for the last 3,500 years. We have a bowl, ducks and geese, fruits and vegetables, and incense burners. And in the beginning, she disappeared mysteriously. We don't know if she was killed, exiled from the country, died a natural death.
Who's the center of her studies?
Zahis recognized her royal hiding place of Hatshepsut Temple. So we never recognized her money till 2006 by that too. Here you see an opposite direction for balance of Thutmose, and here is his birth name. As they had co-regency, here is the coronation name of Hatshepsut, and here is the birth name. And the birth name we have I-M-N, the name Eman, so she claims that the fragrance of the lotus flower. The chiselers chiseled off her name, they would not dare touch the name of the god. Claimed the throne by a hanky-panky story. So she claims
That's why they don't feel she was natural pharaoh.
when it got horse. But by the time he was 11, actually, because his priests were guardians, were giving her a hard time. So a political decision, she decided to make Thutmose a high priest. To be a high priest, he has to go to Memphis.
Then she put him in.
Yeah, she did not have a boy, she had a girl,
Okay.
and it's her daughter, Merita Moon, is the one that married Thutmose. And you can see a twining snake. And actually the snake is ending with a falcon on either side. That bird has very strong wings, very sharp eyesight, flies aloft more than any other bird.
What's the incline on this? Is this the mud ramping
This is more than stone. Lower Egypt is like a bucket, and a bowling pin, like a champagne bottle, is Upper Egypt. So that's Upper and Lower Egypt, and that shows her dominance on north and south. She's holding a composite scepter of the Ankh, the Was scepter, the crook, and the flail. So she was dominating Upper and Lower Egypt. No, yeah, she has a lot of muscle. Columns together. That is a papyrus in blooming, like what we saw in the Temple of Karnak today. And we come into the shrine where Hatshepsut is depicted as a man, breastless, wearing the linen skirt, holding the scepters of Egypt. On one side we have Upper Egypt, on the other side we have Lower Egypt. Actually that is an east-west axis, and that is north, and that is south. Now we come to the inner sanctum. So here we had a door with two sockets and two hinges. All these columns together.
Look at this amazing open doorway.
We have 6 little recesses on either side for 6 gold statues.
1500 years before Christ, they had barrel vaulted ceilings with stars on the roof.
So Egypt is the way the Greeks learned from the Egyptians.
So it's like the Greeks stole from the Egyptians, and Egyptians stole from themselves, and the Romans stole from the Greeks.
If you come and look here, we have the Kaaba.
All right, so Sharif, our Egyptologist, just told us that in the room that we're in, which is 1500 years before Christ, there's only 2 people allowed in this room, which was the Pharaoh and the high priest.
I want to show you something very interesting here. Here is the god Habi and a moon. Can you see the ram head? And that's a boat, or the festival of Open. The beautiful one. So every character was depicted in a different color.
I'm just spending a couple minutes here without our Egyptologist, just taking it all in. That I'm literally in the room where only the Pharaoh and the high priest would go. And 1500 years before Christ, this is where they'd hang and do their thing. Amazing.
Is the temple of Montuhotep II. Very little is left of it, but that preceded here by 600 years.
So that was
That is Montuhotep Nefertara. That was 2100 BC. Here is 1500 BC. And he was the inspiration of the unusual.
we got this walking down Hatshepsut's temple.
Hatshepsut. Yes. We got our muscle.
Yeah.
In case anyone starts acting up.
Exactly.
It's got a good Uzi.
Rings of gold, and this is the payment for the henna trees. Egyptians are very sarcastic. You see a woman with the elephantitis, which is the swelling of the body, the butt and the legs, and that is due to water retention. So here is the Somali chief, is up there again. Behind him is his wife, carrying on their shoulders, are there to tie and untie the sail.
The baboons are on there to untie the sail.
And we have a proverb saying, monkey see, monkey do.
Yep.
So the Egyptians trained the monkeys, and they do a lot of risky business. So they go on the post and tie it. And sometimes they are used as a guard dogs.
I'm just checking out these fish. These fish are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of fish.
Straight above you.
Unbelievable. They
see-
got rid of Hatshepsut.
Can you see the long legs? That's a giraffe. Can you see the giraffe up there?
Yeah, I see the giraffe.
And all that was beautifully painted, but all her names and titles are chiseled off. And these are the henna tree when she succeeded to transplant them here in Egypt. Hatshepsut.
Wow.
See the scale?
Yeah, I see the scale.
And this is versus gold.
It's really cool. Very cool picture. Really cool picture. It's only, what? 3,700 years? 3,500-year-old painting. Do it again.
Like wearing skirts, so,
And the cobra has the divine milk. He was not nourished by any wet nurse, but the mother goddess gave him so he would be accepted by the people. Deposited in all the ceiling.
So they used to have incense and oils in here, and this was a church, temple.
Would look for them at. A smart thief will hide in the police station. So when Christianity was introduced to Egypt between the 1st and the 4th century, they hid in the temple. They practiced in the temple.
2100 BC.
Up on the altar. And his shrine was hewn in the living rock.
And that's where they buried the mummies up there.
Up there.
Original rocks from 1500 BC.
So yeah, the Olufsen, the staircase of Hatshepsut. We have the temple for ourselves. Isn't that beautiful?
So we just had our private tour of the Hatshepsut temple. We had our guy here, our security guard, with us.
That's my friend.
Yeah.